I got the July 2024 horror pack. What's up, cretins? What's up, creeps? My name is Chris. I'm the only person talking horror on the internet. HorrorPack is a subscription service that sends you 4 Blu-rays per month for as low as $37 per month. It's great for beginners as it is relatively low cost to build out a collection. It's great for seasoned veterans, as every month there is a HorrorPack exclusive that you cannot get anywhere else. Let's dig in. This is not an ad. I'm not sponsored. I'm long time on this. So there are no slips this month. Oh. All right. We got Hellboy. And not Guillermo del Toro Hellboy. We got David Harbour Hellboy. I would have to consider keeping the Del Toro Hellboy. This I will absolutely be getting rid of. I feel bad even calling this movie Hellboy. Call it like Heck Lad. Who directed this? I forget who directed it. Neil Marshall. All right. So Neil Marshall is something that I don't understand. I came around on Dog Soldiers and it's got cool effects, but it's objectively not a good movie. So many people love The Descent. I don't get it. That movie does nothing for me. I saw it in theaters. I fell asleep in theaters. I've seen it like 8 times since. It does nothing for me. He's done like 5 movies since that, and they're all awful. And this is probably the most noteworthy of them. The fact that Del Toro wanted to do Hellboy 3 and they dropped him and hired this fucking chud to make fucking Heck Lad. Del Toro goes on to win an Oscar. This absolutely tanks at box office. That's one of the best stories of studios getting their comeuppance that I've ever heard. Nobody liked this shit, but it's probably better than that sci-fi originals from 2006 looking movie that they got coming into the theaters in a couple of months. The people that made this movie will be the only people that love that movie. And they're only going to love that movie because it absolves them of making the worst Hellboy out there. Yeah, this is just going straight to eBay, and I'll have to hope that fucking Neil Marshall's mother doesn't already own a copy and she just happens upon my listing. Moving along. Okay. So we got Scars of Dracula. So I assume that Scream Factory is either ending their partnership with Hammer, or these just didn't sell well. Anyway, this is a Christopher Lee Dracula movie. I don't think that this is one that I have seen. If you want to give me 1 second to peruse. Yeah, this is not one that I've seen. I'm going to have to open up the portal and see if Future Chris has any intel on this. So, oh, hey man. What do you got on Scars of Dracula? Yeah, so basically a bat pukes some blood on some bones and Dracula rises. It's a pretty standard Dracula movie. Christopher Lee is great in it. He's probably up there with Gerard Butler in Dracula 2000 as one of the greatest Draculas of all time. That was a joke. You're really going to try to justify keeping it because the ending is badass, but you are not into horror. You're really not into Dracula. It's not the movie for you. So, also, 20 minutes into the movie, you're going to be like, I tear my heart open, I sew myself shut, and my weakness is that I'm Dracula, and my scars and I don't want that shit on the internet. So just skip it all together so that we never have that thought. I mean, how great is he? Let's see what else we've got. We got the Grudge reboot. The reboot of the remake of The Grudge. This movie was awful. It's lazy, it's uninspired. Why is it that this movie and The Ring both had way overrated American remakes, followed by absolutely terrible sequels, followed by even worse reboots. Nobody is begging for these movies. I mean, they have their place, but nobody was itching for a remake of The Ring or The Grudge. If you're gonna bother to do them right. Take your time and make a good movie. So, by process of elimination, this one has got to be our HorrorPack limited edition. Huntress. We've got Huntress. And I don't know anything about, that's not a bad thing necessarily. 77 minutes though. So that's either got to be that like you're real concise or you don't have a whole lot to say. So I guess we're going to have to see in regards to that. Or, I mean, we could always just, yeah, let's bring future Chris back in once again. Hey, yeah, Huntress. Hey, not to nitpick, but last time I told you this is to be called a vortex, not a portal. All right. So Huntress was kind of like, I think it was supposing if the Texas Chainsaw Massacre was a supernatural thing in World War II without chainsaws or anything indicative of World War II other than people just speaking in shitty German accents. This is a nano-budget film. They were not going to be able to make the movie that they envisioned. Good on them for doing what they could, but this is not one that you're going to need to revisit. Also, please don't forget to delete the shit of me singing before. I don't want that on the internet. Thank you. Well, thanks. I know exactly what I'm doing with this now. All right, guys. Summation. I have 0 keeps. Pay $39 a month on the quarterly plan. I do feel that I can get $15 for Scars of Dracula. Huntress I had to open because it wasn't streaming anywhere, so that's going to cap off at $15. It's probably going to be closer to $12 on resale. Hellboy, even in the sealed 4K, is probably a $5 flick, and I'd be lucky to get $5 for The Grudge. While that sounds like that totals to $40 and it'll be about a break even, it's really not when you factor in eBay fees. But part of what you are paying for with HorrorPack is the surprise, even when it is not necessarily a pleasant one. Not my favorite pack, but I do know that they do redeem themselves, usually when there's a lesser pack, which this is, that will be followed by some pretty damn good ones. I would not be with them for 7.5 years if that was not the situation. All right, friends, that does it for today. Do all these things. Let me know what you thought of this horror pack, what you would keep, what you would drop. As always, this is all just a matter of opinion. Yours counts more than mine. So, see the movies yourself, remain critical, support horror.